Hello, my name is Peter, and welcome to the very first Inventors Club Lightning tutorial brought to you by the Brentwood Public Library. In today's video, we'll be recreating a tiny piece of Brentwood history, the old Brentwood Schoolhouse. To make this model, we will be using Tinkercad, a free 3D modeling program platform produced by Autodesk. Tinkercad is a free-to-use program that only requires a web browser to operate. Of the free 3D modeling programs available, Tinkercad, in my opinion, is among the most accessible to new users. You can sign up for a free Tinkercad user account at www.tinkercad.com/join. Learning any 3D modeling program, including Tinkercad, can be intimidating for newcomers. A quick search online reveals hours upon hours of tutorial videos explaining every facet of Tinkercad. You can get so bogged down in the lessons that you may give up before you even make anything. So this video will be a little bit different. We'll start with some of the basics, but then we'll jump right into the creative process as soon as possible. We might miss some of the finer points along the way, but this video is more about exploring the possibilities of Tinkercad and showing how in just a few minutes you can make something cool all by yourself. If you like what you learned today, then I encourage you to explore on your own, and to explore those hours and hours of videos I mentioned before. It's how I got my start after all. Let's get things started. When you log into your Tinkercad account, you will be brought to your dashboard. On your dashboard, you will see any of the creations you've made in the past. In order to create a new design, simply click on Create New Design. This is your work plane, where all of your designing takes place. On your right-hand side, you will see a list of shapes that are pre-made that you can use in order to create new 3D designs. Advanced users can also import shapes using the options above. Click and drag one of the shapes onto the work plane by using the left-hand mouse button. You can move your shape along the plane by using the left-hand mouse button. And by using the right-hand mouse button, you can rotate the camera around the work plane's center of focus. Use the mouse wheel in order to zoom in and out, and press Shift and the right-hand mouse button in order to change the camera's center of focus. Recenter the camera by using the home button on the left-hand side. Remove an object by selecting it and pressing the Delete key, or by pressing the trash can button in the upper left-hand corner. With basic controls out of the way, let's get things started. The main reason I chose the Brentwood Schoolhouse was because of its octagonal structure and geometric features. This made it easy to replicate using the shapes already offered in the Tinkercad menu. From the menu of pre-selected shapes on the right-hand side, scroll down to the polygon and click and drag it onto the plane. Some items, when selected, will have additional options in a menu on the upper right-hand corner. Change the amount of sides the polygon has from 6 to 8. Using the slider or by changing the number to the right. Use the arrows at the base of the polygon to rotate the object. Rotate the object so that one of the flat sides is parallel to the grid on the work plane. Keep your arrow towards the center of the object in order to take advantage of the guides provided. One of the sides of the polygon is now parallel to the work plane. Change the height of the polygon to 10 by clicking the topmost square and dragging, or by changing the number that appears to 10. You've created your first shape. Now we will combine another shape and add it to this one for our main house structure. Select the pyramid from the menu on the right-hand side. Move the pyramid onto the work plane and change the amount of sides to 8. Change the height of the pyramid to 5. Finally, rotate the pyramid the same way that you rotated the object to the left. Resize both objects so that they are both 20 length by 20 width. Click on one of the white boxes on the base and type in a number on the boxes provided. Now we will merge both shapes into one. Raise the pyramid so it is at the same height as the octagon, which is 10. Use the black arrow at the top to drag it up to 10. Now left-click and drag the pyramid onto the octagon. You'll notice that they don't line up perfectly. For this, we will use the Align tool. The Alignment tool will allow you to perfectly align two selected objects. I will move the pyramid to demonstrate. The easiest way to select two objects at the same time is to box select by clicking and holding the left-hand mouse button and dragging a box over both of the items you want selected. You may also hold down the Shift button and left-click both of the items that you would like selected. With more than one item selected, the Alignment tool will become available. When you press the Alignment tool, an array of guides will appear that allow you to align both objects along the indicated dimensions. Use the two center indicators to align both objects. With both objects perfectly aligned, now we can merge them into one. Make sure both items are selected, and use the Group tool in the upper right-hand corner to merge both shapes into one. By making this new shape, you have created not just one, but two of the objects you will need in order to create your schoolhouse. Select your shape and copy and paste it using the buttons on the upper left-hand corner. Separate and resize your newly created copy. Resize it to 5 width, 5 length, and 8 height. Now elevate the shape and merge it with your original object. Use the Alignment tool to center both objects. Remember, you can group select with the left-hand mouse button, select the Alignment tool from the upper right-hand side, and use the guides provided to align both objects. Group select, and group both objects again. Now take the shape of a roof from the right-hand menu. Raise the height of a roof to 10, and then resize it and merge it into the building. The dimensions I used were 8 by 10 with a height of 4. Use the alignment tools if necessary. When you have the two items aligned, group select and merge them together. And now you've completed your basic shape for the schoolhouse. You can continue to go further by using the lessons we learned to combine more shapes to build a doorway, a window, or even a staircase. Thank you for watching my very first lightning tutorial and my very first YouTube video. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I hope to see you again soon.